Hi everyone, good afternoon and welcome to today's market color recap session. We had a very detailed session this afternoon, or rather this morning, when we looked at the market and drew out certain level points, wanted to see what price would do around, right? So now I'm just going to quickly go through them to see what price has done so far. So I'm going to be starting with AUD USD on the H4 time frame. Okay, so looking at AUD USD, you see that the levels I marked out are still very much there. And what I said this morning was I wanted to see what price would do, either one of two things, buy or sell as usual. And I draw out certain level points. I'm going to redraw the chart now so you can vividly see what price is currently doing. The first level that I marked out was yesterday's low, which is right here. The second one is yesterday's high, which happens to be in confluence with our H1 level. Then I went ahead to mark out day before yesterday's high and day before yesterday's low. Day before yesterday's low right here, day before yesterday's high right here. Right, and I said I want to see if price is going to hit these resistance levels, hold and continue to tank out, or is it going to break above and continue buying? What I noticed when price was able to break through these levels was there's a fair value gap somewhere around here on the H1. You see it right here. So I think this liquidity is what is currently attracting price to keep pushing higher. I'll go ahead and mark out that one. It even happens to be an IOFED. You see that we have another fair value gap right at this level. So this is an IOFED that price, there's liquidity here, that price is most likely trading into. So yes, since price has now violated that level, I want to see price or expecting price to keep buying into the zone. And when price eventually buys back into the zone, it's going to trade into this liquidity gap, which happens to have this doji candle here, and then we may start to see reactions to the downside. For NZD on the H4 time frame as well. See sunshine printed. So people who sold this market started to take their profit from it. Although overall structure, major structure is to the upside, but you see that the minor structure is gradually printing downward. Okay, having that in mind, I saw that sunshine was printed. So I expected a reversal, a temporal buy, a buy to sell. Now, where is the sell expected to start from? Looking at the H1 time frame, I looked at 0.59109 and 0.59228. And I said, okay, I would prefer to continue to sell from a good enough level because I wouldn't want to jump into a sell now and catch the crumbs. So if I'm going to continue selling NZUSD, I want to see price eventually come here so I can continue with the minor structure, which could eventually now start to form new structures to downside. Even if I decide to use the Fibonacci tool and mark out my most recent swing on H1, you'd see that the levels we marked out are in confluence. So the first level we marked out is a bit above 38.2. The second level we marked out is exactly around the 50% Fibonacci level. So this is even the most preferred zone that I would want to see price trade into. This is only going to hold if price is a strong moving downward movement. So I'm going to go ahead and delete the Fibonacci so you do not get confused by too much drawings on the chart. I'm now saying I'm still expecting temporal buys of NZUSD, and I would prefer to continue selling from here on the H1. But let's go on M5 to look for even more immediate points of interest. What are my marking out? As usual, yesterday's high and low, day before yesterday's high and low is what I'm going to be marking out into today's price movement. This will serve as my support resistance key levels. So this is where price is currently at now. Okay, let me draw out day before yesterday's zones as well. Price has now traded above day before yesterday's high. It is currently struggling around yesterday's high, which is serving as a resistance. If price is able to break through above this level, then I would know for sure that we'll be seeing more buys moving into NZUSD. However, if this resistance holds and gives me a confirmation pattern on the 1 minute time frame for me to know that structures are being broken and eventually break through what could have served as the 5 minute support level, then to be safe to say NZUSD sell wants to continue. But for now, this is my major area of interest. If you break above this level, right, then I'll be looking at more sales, or rather, sorry, more temporal buys of NZD into our point of interest. And then finally, looking at USD CAD, starting from the H4 time frame as well. What is the predominant move here? Using this indicator, you see that our major structure is downward, everything is downward, but then our minor structure is gradually printing to the upside. But even if you zoom in, you still see that we're also looking at lower highs being printed. Sunshine was printed here, so we expected this sell to happen. Now, I drew out some points of interest saying that if this USD CAD, for whatever reason, is going to start buying, it is going to trade into some key levels, point of interest. One, I'm going to go ahead and adjust this because that's not the right spot, and point of interest. Two, these are now my major points of interest. So major structure or the overall move on H4 is downward. Hold on a minute, give me a second. I just took that out of the chart. USD CAD. All right, so this is the level that I marked out here and here. So it is either you're going to validate this zone and continue to sell in sync with what we're looking at here. Major move is down. So if you violate these two zones on H1, we know that USD CAD is back in full force. But if USD CAD, for whatever reason, taps into this level, it could also begin to buy from it because this could now be a support. So I'm watching out for 1.38106. Once this one gets broken, I'll look for sell opportunities of USD CAD from here to here at the very least. That's the next support on the H1, right? But I'll still go on M5 to mark out my most immediate POIs as well. So yesterday's high, yesterday's low. Do you see where USD CAD is currently selling from? Look at that. Price came and broke above, but it did not give a confirmation for us to jump into a buy. And then it came back, broke below, gave a retest to yesterday's high, and it's starting to sell. And it has now traded into a support level. So you see how these different zones work, right? You see how these different zones work. So from our first level where price traded from, you see that USD CAD has given us 18 pips so far. Has given us 18 pips so far. So now that price is currently selling, I would want to see more structures being broken. If price keeps getting broken, then we know that USD can sell we'll be back in full force. And our stop loss on this will even be tight because we're in early. So our stop loss will just be above this zone for this sell. If we cut it early, awesome. Stop loss will be around here and to just keep selling. However, if price trades into this and this support holds by giving us certain confirmations on M1, then we know that support may be holding around here. But yes, overall summary for these asset classes that I'm looking at, still expecting temporal buys, a buy to sell on AUD/USD, a buy to sell on NZD/USD, and for USD cards currently selling, but I want to see if it breaks through these levels. So that's pretty much it for this market color recap. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to reconvene tomorrow by 8:30 a.m. on the dot to look at gold and for the financing currencies, GBP/USD, EUR/USD, and any other asset class my colleagues will be looking at. So please do well to tell one or two people about these market color sessions so that more people get to join us and make it even more interesting. Again, thank you for joining, Ezekiel, Michael. The name says I am yours. Thank you so much for joining. See you tomorrow, same time, same venue. Bye.